Tank with the Vampire Counts versus Mukip and the Empire. This is tournament number 4 of Season 5 of the HW League, and it's round 1. So let's take a look at what the players have brought for us. And starting with the Vampire Counts, looks like we have some Blood Knights on the far right flank, but going to the infantry as usual, Crypt Ghouls. Very popular pick in this matchup, a center line of 4 zombies. We're going to have 2 more Crypt Ghouls. Set some more Blood Knights on this flank as well. We're also going to have a unit of Karen Wraiths by these Crypt Ghouls, and another unit of Karen Wraiths on the other flank by those Crypt Ghouls, applying that Terror and Ethereal unit next to that very fast poison damage unit. For the leader, we have Heinrich Kimmler. He's going to have, of course, his best bud Kroll, Lord of Undeath, Undeath Resurgent, Raise Dead, Behel's Dance Macabre, Invocation of Nehek, and the Curse of Undeath. Now, for the third and final cav unit I can see, we do have the Chillgeist, the ROR Hex Wraiths. Making sure I didn't miss anything. It looks like I may have... Oh no, he just double stacked the Blood Knights and Heinrich Kimmler on this flank, as well as one of these White Kings, who's also going to be on a horse with Scabscrath. And then the second White King will be over here, supporting the right flank with Scabscrath, and he's also going to be on a horse. For the Empire, going to have 3 Greatswords up front, 2 Flagellants holding on the sides. We're going to have 4 Spearmen in the back, 2 units of Demogryph Knights with Halberds, 2 units of Free Company Militia. We're going to have for the leadership here, an Amethyst Wizard of Death with Spirit Leash and the Power Stone. And then we're also going to have an Arch Lector going to be on foot here. He's going to have the Grand Hammer of Sigmar as well as the Grand Soulfire. So we'll see how he does. I mean, those units, his spells are going to be, well, I guess they're not spells. His items of faith are going to pack a lot more punch than a regular old warrior priest. Templehof Luminarch will also be on the field. It has a net ability and obviously just dishes out a ton of damage if it's able to connect with the target. So we'll see how this is utilized, or if it ends up becoming a major expense liability, as it is 1,800 points. Alright, both players have started, and it's time to see who's going to win between these two forces. Blood Knights are going to be pushing forward, and the Templehof Luminarch looked like it was trying to come forward like, alright, I'll stop here and shoot him once, but recognizing he'd probably get caught if he did that, and I don't think there's anything in the Empire forces that would be able to save him from a blob of Blood Knights. Demogryph Knights could try nobly, but without healing, and a lord like Karl Franz or Boris supporting him, then he'll probably just die to the Blood Knights and the Karen Wraiths. Alright, shooting into the Blood Knights right there, killing off 7 models. Actually, no, 6 models right there. And then we're going to be seeing that unit of Blood Knights getting pinned in place as the Demogryph Knights with Halberds all dive out into it. And the other Demogryph Knights are going to dive into the Blood Knights. And keep in mind, these Blood Knights don't get a charge bonus now. They were netted in place. And then we're going to see a Spirit Leech going down here, and Greatswords coming out to help with their armor piercing. So, Behel's Dance Macabre has been laid down and upgraded. Invocation of Nehek upgraded has been thrown down as well. Will it be enough to save these Blood Knights? And look at this, though. The Demogryph Knights have taken so much damage in return. Not even sure if this trade will be worth it in the long run, as obviously the Vampires have the ability to heal up and resurrect models into Invocation of Nehek. But a ton of damage going down on top of both Blood Knights there. This one you can already see his healing cap approaching. Flagellants are going to be diving out into the fray, fulfilling their Fanatic's Oath. Enough self-mutilation for today, boys. Let's go fight some Vampire Counts. Over here, they're also going to be diving out into the Crypt Ghouls. Crypt Ghouls and Flagellants should be a pretty even matchup, but I think 2 Crypt Ghouls will tip the scale in their favor. However, all 3 of them are unbreakable, so they'll fight to the bitter end. Templehof Luminarch seems to have gotten off 1 shot so far, and we will see if it can get another off. And the Blood Knights, yeah, they take a lot of damage in that combat. Demogryph Knights are now in the back line on top of the White King. Oh no, they're on top of Krell. In fact, get the hell out of there. Do not fight Krell, Demogryph Knights. Krell is going to mess you up. He's also a small unit, and you have Halberds. Get the hell out of there. I'm baffled by that. In any case, coming back to the front lines, it looks like the Greatswords are actually doing pretty well for themselves. This unit is a bit hurt now, but the other 2 units of Greatswords seem to be holding their own just fine. Spearmen, we still have some reserves in the back line. Going to see a summon go down on top of these Free Company militia. Oh, looks like the summon got canceled, and just the Karen Racer on top of them now. Okay, Demogryph Knight's going to be pulling forward to the front, attacking this White King with the Arch-Elector, and they're dishing out a ton of damage on top of them. And the balance of power is in favor of the vampires so far, and look at this, guys. The cavalry has arrived. The Chillgeist are diving in to a backline of the Empire that is virtually unprotected at this point. Great Swords are diving in to intercept them, but they're not going to be a great matchup. And we have a White King and now Krell coming in to dish out the hurt on top of the Templar of Luminarch. And the Templar of Luminarch is going to die right now, guys. Terror going in, and this charge... Oh, will the White Kings be able to catch it? Guess it doesn't matter. I don't think it's going to recover before it goes off the map. Grand Hammer of Faith coming down, dishing out some nice damage to those Chillgeist. Unfortunately for the Warrior Priest, he wasn't completely in the center of their formation. Grand Hammer of Sigmar also getting activated, and the Empire desperately trying to kill off these ethereal scythe-wielding Hexwraith cavalry. That was a verbose explanation for what they are. Over here, going to be seeing Free Company militia firing away into them as well. It just seems like the grind is steadily going in favor of the vampire accounts, though. You know, you still have both White Kings on the field. You still have Krell on the field. When does Krell die? How long does he last? We'll keep an eye on him. But, yeah, the tools are just running out for the Empire. Their Demogryph Knights are all but dealt with. Arch-Elector is still doing okay. The Deathcaster is still here. Still have some great swords. So I don't know. If they were able to get some nice snipes on top of the heroes of the vampire counts, then maybe, just maybe, they can pull this off. And it does appear Krell has timed out and died. Yeah, there's his corpse along with his axe. So Krell is out of it. That should give the Empire a little bit more breathing room in the hero department, but... I don't know. Yeah, I think the Empire, if they can start, you know, regrouping some units like this, get them back into the battlefield in a thick formation, start protecting each other's flanks, increasing the leadership, stabilizing the leadership for the Empire, then maybe they got this. I mean, great swords are just cleaving their way through crypt ghouls and zombies non-stop. And there's no Blood Knights on the field, are there? Wow, the Blood Knights were completely dealt with. That's impressive. I didn't even notice that until just now. And the White King going to be taking a Spirit Leech upgraded, and then the Demogryph Knights with halberds are coming in, and that could be one dead White King, guys. And like I say, the infantry fight is actually kind of going in the Empire's favor with these great swords. And here comes a Hammer, or yeah, Hammer of Sigmar just going down here, or Soulfire, sorry, going down here, and those crypt ghouls and zombies are basically gone. The only thing to worry about now are going to be the Cairn rates, and the heroes from the vampire counts. And, you know, the White Kings are good, but there's only one of them left. And Heinrich Kemmler without Krell is no melee hero, you know? So, who knows? This is starting to get close, guys. It really is. And these Demogryph Knights, if they come back, that will give the Empire undisputed control of the mobility department. But these Cairn rates are chasing them, and I think they're going to go off the map right now, and that really hurts the Empire. They could have used those guys for sure. Now they have nothing to chase down the White Kings and Heinrich Kemmler. Alright, but look at this. Cairn rates starting to hit critical binding. These great swords look like they may go out. But the Grand Hammer of Sigmar is popped down here. Cairn rates taking a lot of damage. Now they're crumbling. And without the Cairn rates, I think the Empire can do this. If they can kill off the Cairn rates, then yay for them. But there goes another invocation to heck from Heinrich Kemmler. And once again, these Cairn rates just going to escape. Spirit Leech from the Amethyst Wizard and the Soulfire here from the Warrior Priest, I'm sorry, the Arch-Elector, I believe are really going to be the only hope these guys have. There goes Van Hell's Dance Macabre, adding 24 melee attack and speed. The Arch-Elector is diving into them. We'll see if he has a Soulfire ready in the near future. If he does, then he could really shine in this late game, especially if it's coupled up with a Spirit Leech on top of one of these Cairn Wraiths too, because if the Empire can keep any of their infantry alive and take care of the Cairn Wraiths, that's the only way they got this. But it's looking to be a slim chance at this point, guys. I have to be honest. It's looking like it, it was looking like it was getting close there for a minute, but I'm not sure. This is looking pretty bad for the Empire now as all their infantry routes, and ODM Mukip actually going to concede defeat there. Yes! It was, yeah, Cairn Wraiths really being the OP unit in that army, and obviously the chill guys there with that beautifully timed rear charge at the end of the game. Not the end, but towards the mid game. Right? I'm not sure if he forgot them or if it was intentional to have them delayed that long, but regardless, it worked out beautifully, and that was really the moment where I think the Empire formation started falling apart, is when these Hex Wraiths got into the back line. But 330 kills on these great swords. Holy hell. Holy krell. And all in all, I mean, I liked a lot of things in this army. Demogryph Knights clearly did well for themselves, and what a beautiful play in the early game. They're destroying the Blood Knights. I was very surprised that it worked out. Obviously, he sacrificed a lot of Demogryph Knights in the process, but in the late game, there was only Demogryphs left. There was no Blood Knights on the field, so I think the biggest missed opportunity was the Temple off Luminarch. Unfortunately for them, they just weren't able to get a good target down. I think if he would have netted the White King in place and shot him with one of those Temple off Luminarch rounds rather than the Blood Knights, I think it might have worked better. But then again, that net on top of the Blood Knights is what allowed a beautiful counter charge from the Demogryphs to go down unopposed. So a great first battle. I'm excited to see what happens next, guys.